If you're looking for the best underseat carry-on luggage, then this video is for you. I bought 5 highly rated Amazon underseat carry-on luggages and I tested each of them. I'm going to be going over the pros and cons of each and telling you exactly what I like about each of them. Keep in mind though that this video isn't sponsored by any of these luggages and it is purely based on my opinion. And stay until the end because I'm also going to be showing what I feel is the best underseat carry-on luggage. So the first bag we have is the Atlantic Ultra Light. So I'm going to be going over each of the zippers that you see over here, starting with the front pocket. So here with the front pocket, if you zipper it down, it's just a mini pocket. It doesn't have actually a lot of different compartments. It is just one big compartment within there, okay? Moving on to the side pockets that you have here, I do like how it's enclosed with some of these underseat carry-on luggages. Sometimes you're going to have an open pocket just like this, which I assume can fit like a water bottle or something. So on each side of the Atlantic luggage, you have an open pocket here, but then also an enclosed pocket here, right? And again, no other separate compartments, just a separate private compartment. On the back, of course, you've got the strap to fit in the check-in luggage. And this one feels very tight, and of course, a tag in case you lose your bag. Now, let's actually go over the main component or compartment. So zipping it down, it's a nice, smooth, easy zip down. And here we actually have a few compartments. So we have a translucent compartment here. All right. Then we have a free-floating net compartment here, so with a wired mesh that you see there. Now, if you zipper this part open, I assume this is where your main clothes or papers or paperwork can go over here. So overall, a very simple bag. I do wish there were more compartments within the actual side zippers. For anyone who's using it as like a travel and needs a laptop or iPad, I do wish there was a more secure spot to put that iPad or laptop. If you are to kind of set it down, it's not very friendly if you are to lay it down on its back and open up just like that. It does look like it needs to stand, and then afterwards, your stuff that you need to get actually comes out like this. So what we're actually going to do is that we're actually going to start packing with some clothes. Let me actually take out some of this here. So just a general overview, we have like 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of jeans, 2 shirts, some socks, some underwear, and we're going to see how well it fits into here as well. Okay, so inside that Atlantic luggage, we have packed an actual extra pair of shoes, 2 shirts, 1 pair of shorts, 1 pair of jeans, and a light sweater, and a few socks and underwear, of course. So it does seem to fit very, very securely. As you can see, this will zipper down. But in case you're wondering, for the standard for the rest of this video, we are going to see if all this stuff could actually fit in other luggage bags as well. As far as if you're a technological person who needs to use your iPad or laptop, unfortunately, I don't see a very secure spot to be able to put your laptop or iPad. I mean, you can kind of squeeze it up front in here, but I wouldn't feel safe of it feeling protected and such. So unfortunately, if you are more on the technological side or work on the go, the laptop or iPad may not be a good fit for actually fitting inside here. But it can actually, of course, fit other miscellaneous stuff, such as your passport, keys, some snacks, maybe a book. But aside from that, overall great design of a bag. So now we're actually going to be testing the functionality of the bag, in which I'm going to be opening and closing the actual handle. So overall, it's a nice smooth rise to the handle. I do wish it was taller, so I'm about 5'10", and this is how high it goes in comparison to me. As far as actually rolling the bag, let me give it a few walks. So with this bag, it is a front rolling wheel. It doesn't roll side to side, so I do wish it was like a 360 roller. It stands up perfectly just fine, just like that. And again, the handle, it does hide, goes up very smoothly. But again, I'm gonna roll it around again. It is a front and backward rolling mechanism. But as far as the handling goes, you just simply put it on like that. The strap, it's got a strap for actually carrying it when you need to. And just like that, not bad at all. All right, so the next bag we have is the Travel Pro Underseat Carry-On Luggage. So I do have the black design that you see right here. And so we're gonna go ahead and start with the front pocket as usual. So here with the front pocket, we have a lot of different separate components. And this is something I like a lot, especially with the key holder that you see right here. We got a mesh pocket up front. Look at all the separate components that are included basically here. Okay, a lot of different designs or ways you can kind of pack this bag, but very pleased with the front pocket overall. And as for the side pockets that you see right here, they are closed side pockets. So unlike the other bag that we've seen, in which is an open pocket, I feel like you can still fit a water bottle in here, but you just have to close it back up. But again, it is extendable. You got a side pocket there, but the same thing from the other side, I presume, in which it is also an extendable side pocket. All right, so moving on from the side pockets, let's actually go to the main compartment of the bag. So unstrapping it. So as for the main compartment of the bag, we actually have a lot going on here, okay? So it is very technological friendly, in which you can fit a 13-inch or iPad in the front part here. It is cushioned for protection as well, and you've got that strap to kind of seal it down. And as far as the actual main compartment that you see right here, you've got a free-floating zipper right here that's translucent. You can fit a lot of different things inside here. And of course, the actual main compartment for your clothes or paperwork and such. It does come with a hanger as well, which I think is really, really neat. So two ways you can kind of open this bag. Number one, you can have it actually stand out and just open out just like that while standing. But unlike other underseat carry-on luggages, you could actually have it lay flat and actually extend it open like this. And although it's like Velcro strap, it just feels like it connects together. So it is able to open laid flat and still work out quite well. So now we're actually gonna go ahead and pack it and see how much it fits. So now with the Travel Pro luggage carry-on packed, you can see that it does fit the test of being able to fit all that we need: a pair of shoes, pair of shorts, jeans, 2 pairs of shirts, socks, underwear, and a light sweater. In addition to that, it also fits a 13-inch laptop perfectly. So I do feel quite safe being able to put this right here just because of the cushion. And keep in mind that when I am packing, it's not very well packed. It's just putting it inside, but it can fit a lot more stuff, I feel like, inside here. Keep in mind, all the zipper translucent pockets here are empty. Side pockets are still empty. The front pocket is completely empty, but you can still fit quite a few things inside here. So we're actually gonna close this up. Let's actually see how it actually functions when it comes to rolling and actually carrying it around. So here with the Travel Pro Lite carriage, we're just gonna walk around a bit with it. I really do love the grip of the handle actually, and it does go to a nice decent height compared to the other carry-ons which I've used. But moving it around, we have another front to backward side roller, but it feels like it's a lot smoother. I really do like the length, so if you're a taller individual, this one actually may be better for you. But again, the handle just feels much more secure. Very smooth in terms of the retracting of the actual handle. And then as for the carrying, it does double strap in. And it's just a nice carry-on. So in case those times in which you need to carry it, put it back down, go ahead and roll it again. It does feel very smooth, okay? I'd say the only thing that I wish it had was another 360 wheel roller, but I'm very pleased with how much you can fit inside here, and also as well as the padding that it gives for your iPad or laptop. Again, it does fit our test for packing as much clothes as we'd like to, but it could definitely pack more than what we put inside. So the next bag we have is the ROCKLAND Underseat Carry-On Luggage, and so we do have the maroon colored one. So as for it, you've got the actual design, again, side pockets, front pockets, as well as a strap for the check-in. Let's go ahead and start with the front pocket. So very, very simple pockets that you see here, no different compartments within the front pocket. So as far as the two front pockets go, this is where you actually start seeing the different compartments. So we have a mesh pocket that you see right here. And then you also have what looks like to be like a iPad or laptop actually pocket right here. So I'd say the difference between this one and the other ones that we've seen before in the video, I'd say this one doesn't feel as padded or safe or kind of secure for your laptop or iPad, but there is technically a spot for you to put your iPad or laptop. And as well as more different separate pockets that you see right there, more mesh pockets, more separate pockets. I do like the different compartments that the front pockets come with, but let's go ahead and move on to the side pockets. So as for the side pockets, we do have two open side mesh pockets. So if you are one of those users who actually have big water bottles, this may be right for you in terms of it's a really big side pocket, okay, also on both sides. I do wish that one side was protected or zippered up, but again, you have two open side pockets. Just put anything that you don't mind losing or kind of being out in the open. As for the main compartment of the bag, testing out to see how it actually opens up. So we do have a nice wide opening even when the bag is upright. If it is laid down just flat like that, it still opens up. It kind of makes sense that it opens up this way. So no problems whatsoever with that. We have a see-through zipper right over here, two zipper or non-zipper compartments over here. We have the free-floating mesh zipper bag over here, all right? Now, as for the main compartment that you see here, something interesting to note is that you actually have two side pockets on the side here, okay? So you have a side pocket there and also a reverse side pocket over here on this side as well. So I can already tell that this one is gonna fit a lot of items, but let's actually see and go ahead and pack it up. So while packing the bag, we do have it that, of course, it does fit a lot of different items. It fits our criteria for the 1 pair of jeans, shorts, 2 shirts, socks, underwear, and a light sweater. One thing to note though is that while putting in the laptop, which I thought would have fit in the front pocket, it does not fit. Okay, so this is probably better for an iPad, but keep in mind, I personally don't feel like it's the safest place to put your iPad in terms of protection, okay? So it does fit an iPad, which you can see right there, but I just don't feel like the padding is good enough compared to other carry-on luggages which I've used. But if you're one who's gonna be packing a lot of clothes, I do feel like you can fit a lot more than what we have here. And again, keep in mind, all the other accessory pockets are still empty, but let's go ahead and actually test out the bag and actually use it. All right, so as for this ROCKLAND handle, we've got a nice retract inward and outward. Feels smooth, nothing wrong with that. It is another forward and backward reel rolling system, all right? As far as the height goes, I'd say the height is okay. It's not the ideal height for me, but it does do the trick. But again, testing it out, no wrong, nothing feels weird whatsoever. It does stand pretty well, but it does look a bit more lopsided towards the back. But as for actually carrying it, again, very simple carry in terms of the actual usage of the bag. So for the fourth bag that we have the VERAGE bag. And so this one, I'd say that my favorite thing is that it is a 360 roll. Okay, and I'm gonna be showing you why I really like the 360 roll when it comes to the actual functionality of the bag. But let's actually go ahead and start with the front components. So with the front zipper, no compartments here. It's just a front zipper to put other miscellaneous stuff. As far as these side zippers go, we have a private side zipper here. So something to note is that we actually do have a connected USB plug. So this is actually where your charge can go, which is actually really neat. We're gonna be exploring that shortly. As far as the other side zipper, it is zippered, it's not open. And again, you can just fit like a water bottle or whatever you want in there. As far as the next front zipper, here we have some different compartments, okay? So either a laptop or an iPad can fit in this front compartment here. We have a zippered compartment here. And again, like the ROCKLAND bag, I don't feel like it's the most protected if you were to put your laptop or iPad in this front pocket. But maybe actually the main compartment of the bag will have a more secure spot to put a laptop or iPad. So moving on to the main component of the bag, we actually have it in which there's a free floating buckled system to kind of tighten your clothes in. And again, another zipper here for the mesh portion of it. But overall, very, very simple bag. I was expecting a bit more different compartments within the bag itself. And as well as for this sleeve here, I'm not sure if that's where your paperwork could go, your iPad could go, your laptop could go, or even a book. But I was expecting, just because they had this USB port here, that there would be a better place for your laptop or iPad. What we're actually gonna do now, let's go ahead and pack it up and actually see how it works out. So as far as the actual action of packing the bag, as I've said, you've got this buckle system here, which I believe is a little kind of weird. I mean, you gotta unbuckle or rebuckle 3 different times, but it does lay flat and kind of makes sense that it lays flat. If it was buckled up, so you kind of see me going through the effort of actually having to buckle all the straps in. And it does take some time, so I'm not a huge fan of the actual buckling mechanism that you see here. But if it were to stand up just like that, this is how it would look like. So let me go ahead and actually pack the bag and again, unbuckle it. So unfortunately, the VERAGE bag is having a little bit of difficulty actually passing our packing test with the shoes, etc., and the other clothes. If it wasn't for this buckle, or this buckle could be extended, we could strap it down. It does technically fit, okay? But according to the actual strapping mechanisms of everything, all I would be able to do is just strap the sides, and there would be no middle strap across here. So if you can imagine, if there's no middle strap across, it would sometimes fall forward, all right? But it does technically close, it does technically fit. I just feel like it's a lot more smaller, or basically just because of the buckling mechanism, it's not the most ideal. But what we're gonna do right now is I'm just gonna input an iPad over here and see if that fits. So fortunately, an iPad does fit in this front pocket, okay? But it isn't secure, and nor do I feel like it's very well protected in terms of the padding. So it does fit in a 13-inch laptop. It will fit an iPad, but we're actually gonna close it up. I'll just be very careful with my iPad. We're gonna close it up and actually test the functionality of the bag. All right, so as far as the functionality of the bag, like I said, if you have that 360 roller, it can go to the side just like this. You don't actually have to pull it or drag it along. So that's one thing I really, really do like about this bag. But as far as the handling goes, it's a nice smooth retract in and out. The height itself is a decent size. I do still prefer the taller height. And again, I'm around like 5 feet and 10 inches tall. I do prefer the handle height of the actual Travel Pro Bright, which we reviewed previously before. As far as the handle of the bag goes, it's already attached up front. You don't actually necessarily have to strap it together, unlike the other carry-on luggages that we've used. So it's just already a handle included up front. And just like that, of course, you got the check-in strap. But let's move on to the last bag. So last but not least, we have the COOLIFE Underseat Carry-On Luggage. Here we have the black version, and again, another 360 roller for the same reason, which I really love about the previous bag that we just reviewed. So starting with the front zipper pocket that we have here, I imagine this isn't no compartments within this zipper here. Front zipper pocket. As far as this part goes here, I was expecting to see different compartments in this front zipper, but again, no different compartments. Moving on to the sides here, we have a free open pocket here on the side, but it is a tight fit, okay? I would imagine if you can get a water bottle in there, that'd be great, but it is a pretty tight fit on the side here. Here we have a zipper component on the side. Open that up. Again, it's extendable, but now let's move on to the actual main component zipper. So opening it up, here we have a front mesh zipper pocket there. We have a free floating pocket here. So this is quite interesting just because this is where your laptop and iPad actually go. So they have two sleeves for that. iPad, laptop, hopefully it fits. We'll check it out. Here we also have a USB dock charger for your portable charging hub. And again, as far as the actual mechanism of actually packing the bag, if you lay it flat, it makes sense. If you lay it standing up tall, it makes sense. But we're gonna go ahead and actually see if it can fit all the components of devices and actual packing clothes and extra shoes and such. We have the COOLIFE bag packed up. It does pass the test of being able to fit all the clothes that we need to fit. Now, as far as this free floating pocket here, this is where it gets a little questionable, okay? So I do have an iPad. I am testing out to the max. I do have an iPad attached and also a 13-inch laptop attached. So the 13-inch laptop is strapped in. The iPad is just free floating within the sleeve there. It does technically fit, okay? But as you can see, if I do close it, it's probably because of the way I pack things that you see it's kind of like awkwardly holding there. But it does technically fit, and it will zipper down, as you see right there. So it does zipper down, so really need to know that an iPad, a laptop, some clothes, and an extra pair of shoes will actually fit there. And again, just keep in mind that all the accessory pockets are still empty, so you can fit whatever you need to fit within there. But as far as the laptop goes, if you do want to pull it open, it is free floating, okay? So it's not gonna fall forward just because it's buttoned in within the free floating mechanism that you see there. So it is buttoned up just like that, okay? So make sure you button that up. But overall, it does technically fit. Let's go and actually see how the functionality of the bag actually works. So as far as the retractable handle goes, I must say it's actually not the smoothest. It's more on the lower height, I actually say. But not the smoothest retractable handle, but of course that can be made up by the 360 roller that you see here. Again, rolling to the side, you don't actually have to pull it. So a very smooth rolling mechanism. But overall, there is no strap needed in order to actually carry the bag, just because it already includes with the strap. And of course, you also have the check-in strap right over here. So here's my overall recommendations if you're looking for an underseat carry-on luggage. The best value is going to be the ROCKLAND Underseat Carry-On Luggage. If you don't care about design and you just need something to pack your clothes in and it fits under your seat, then the ROCKLAND Underseat Carry-On Luggage is going to be for you. It can fit a lot of things. The pockets, if you're not really care about the different compartments within a pocket, you do have pockets for miscellaneous items. You've got side pockets for a water bottle, which I think is a very staple thing to have while you're traveling. The ROCKLAND Underseat Carry-On Luggage is right for you. For the best overall, I'm going to have to go with the Travel Pro LITE Underseat Carry-On Luggage. This one I was actually really impressed by. It's got multiple compartments, and for me, an individual who is a lot more organized, I really do love the fact that the pockets do have separate compartments within them. And as an individual who's on the go with technology, which includes an iPad and laptop, I do feel like this bag protects the iPad and laptop the best. In addition, just the openings of all the pockets and as well as the fitting of the actual clothes, extra pair of shoes, it fits it all while also protecting the technological devices, including the iPad and laptop. Everything just makes sense about the bag. I just wish that the only thing was that it was a 360 roll, since I do like rolling my things to the side of me, but I'm willing to compensate for that just because this bag I do feel is the best overall underseat carry-on luggage. Last but not least, I do want to give a shout out for the bag which I feel is the best for that laptop lifestyle on the go, and that does go to the VERAGE bag. So with this bag in particular, I do feel like that it fits the best when it comes to working on the go. A lot of it does make sense for when it comes to fitting all your devices, such as a laptop, portable charger, USB, your iPad, your book, etc. The way I packed the bag, I feel like didn't justify it, in which it was kind of awkward when I was putting my other devices within it along with that pair of shoes. But I feel like if you just omit that other pair of shoes which I put in, this bag would be the best for that laptop lifestyle.